When you're thinking about giving up, how are you approaching life? If you're anything like me, sometimes your hard efforts can seem useless. You're working really hard, and it doesn't matter. Let's talk about the importance of one more try today. So in our lives, we have these problems, right? When we have these problems, they seem to just happen. And when they happen, it happens all at once. Our car breaks down, the baby daddy isn't helping, or maybe you are the baby daddy who's helping and you don't get to see your child. The boss isn't listening. Your kids aren't listening either in school. Everything can be going wrong. You're struggling with the bills. You're doing everything you can. You're going to school. That doesn't seem to matter. Let's talk about why we should keep trying. See, those things that I just talked about, those are obstacles. Those obstacles can seem really depressing, right? Well, those obstacles, that's life. That's life. And when you face that just as that, that's when you learn, you grow, and evolve. See, when we read a story, we don't go to the story and just read the ending. No, we see how they got to the happy ending, because that's the part that makes it interesting, right? Obstacles. Obstacles is the process in our story. And what's interesting is the obstacles is what makes our life so interesting. Yet we hate them, right? We hate the obstacles in our lives sometimes. If my life wasn't going through this, it'd be so much better. But what we need to realize is it's not the stress that we go through, right? It's not the stress that we go through, but how we're handling the stress, right? We all understand that. See, we can dwell on that negative shit, or we can realize that negative shit is just the obstacles or the process to our happy ending. And once you understand that and embrace that, you can be happy right now. Right now. It doesn't matter that you're getting knocked down. I promise it doesn't matter. What matters is that you get back up. So we have to get back up. See, once you come to grips with that life is difficult, and God, I know that life can be hard. My life is a given. Life can be really, really hard. But once you come to grips with that, that's when we learn, that's when we evolve, that's when we grow, and that's when we find the value in trying just one more time. Think about it. If everything we had was handed to us and it was easy, how boring would that be? Our life obstacles is what makes us so interesting. That's our story, our process. Grow and evolve from that process. Sometimes we gotta understand, just because our process is not easy, or the obstacles that we're going through and facing, they're not as easy as some others, it doesn't mean that we're not on our way to our happy ending. No, we're on our way. Everybody's working to what we perceive as our happy ending. We just have to realize that sometimes it's not always gonna be easy. But how do some people make it to their happiness quicker? And how do some stay stuck? See, it's when you shift your thought process. You have to shift your thoughts. See, they shifted their thoughts. And I'm not saying that we're all going to live a perfect life once we think happy thoughts. No, it's still hard. But you'll have a trained mind to understand the beauty in the negative shit that's happening around you, and realize that this is a process to my happy ending. And I'm just working towards that. And once we realize that, guys, for real, once we realize that, that's when we finally realize that we can trust the author of our story, yourself. See, you have to realize that the obstacles that we're going through is just a process to your happy ending. And it doesn't always have to be such a negative thing that you're going through. And once you can really look at it in that retrospect and understand, you see the beauty in life again, and you realize that we're just making our story interesting. So when you're thinking about giving up and it seems useless, realize that this is just making your story interesting. Realize that you're making the best possible story for your life. And at the end, you can have so many things. Because see, the more obstacles you go through, that's the more things you have to talk about. Who cares about the happy ending? That's great. Yeah, you have a lot of money. Ha ha ha. How'd you get there? How did you make that happy ending? Don't give up. Find the importance of trying one more time. I'm Jamiison G. Thanks for watching.